Hey everybody, Aaron Cowan with Sage Dynamics, and this is my review of the Lionheart Industries LH9 9mm handgun. This is what they call a double action plus all metal handgun. What it means by double action plus is you have your double action pull, but the only way to shoot from double action is dry fire. When you insert a magazine and chamber around, it goes into single action. At that point you can then push the hammer forward and it goes into a mode they call double action plus. Now when I want to shoot, draw from the holster or whatever, I pull the trigger, it comes back into single action and then fires. It doesn't have the same weighted trigger pull as pulling from a strict double action pull. Obviously it has an ambidextrous safety, and you can carry it in the cocked and locked position if you want. I am sitting at 1,000 rounds fired through this gun at this point. I'm doing the review after I've reviewed the gun, which I think is the way to do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw a magazine of hollow points through this thing and see how it feeds after not having been cleaned for 1,000 rounds of ball ammunition. All right, so this magazine is mixed with, I have Federal HST, Hydra-Shoks, and Spear Gold Dot. Mixed hollow points, different lengths, different cones. The O-guide's a little different on some of the rounds. So there might be some feeding difficulties. We're about to see. All right, 24-hour dry freeze test. All right, 24-hour wet freeze test. Magazine's a little sticky. First round failed to fire. Second round fired. Safety's functional. Double action plus is functional. Not bad for a frozen gun. Alright, it's been submerged for about 2 hours now, so let's see what happens. Up. Now, for full disclosure, I prefer striker-fired handguns. I'm not a fan of double action, single action only, double action only. I like striker-fired guns. I like that consistent trigger. But this isn't a comparison, it's a review. So my impressions of the Lionheart LH9 after 1,000 rounds plus, threw some hollow points in there, is this is a very, very dependable gun. As you've seen through some of the tests I've done in this video, you can see that it's capable of withstanding punishment that you may never put it through. It's accurate, it's reliable. I didn't really have any major malfunctions with it that weren't hard use induced. Malfunctions are going to happen. Every gun malfunctions. This gun is consistent. It's accurate. It fits well in the hand. I honestly don't have anything specifically bad to say about it. There are some things I don't like about it, but they're not necessarily a knock on the gun, they're just personal preference. I don't like the placement of the safety, and I don't like the placement of the slide release. But that's just my personal preference. For the average shooter, this is a great gun. It's reasonably priced, and it's, you know, it's reliable. If I had to say anything bad about the gun, and not from my own personal preference, but just functionally bad things I encountered during the review, it doesn't do well in really, really cold temperatures. As you saw in one of the videos, I had a failure to fire right after the wet freeze test. Ice got inside the gun. That's going to happen. Realistically, do you think you're going to encounter that? Not necessarily. Quite possibly not. The only people I can think of that might encounter having their gun actually ice up like that is if it was carried exposed in a duty role, like such as law enforcement or something like that. But I really don't have anything out there just to say that there's anything mechanically wrong with this gun. It's a really good little gun. So if you're in the market for a double action, single action, or in this case a double action plus firearm, and you want an all metal gun, and you're looking maybe to go with an American based company as Lionheart Industries is, the Lionheart LH9 is a good pick. They also offer other models. Right now all their firearms are 9mm, but they're coming out with 45 soon. This is definitely a really good pick. It's ergonomic, fits well in the hand. It's large enough that you won't have any grip issues for average size hands, but it's small enough that it does conceal pretty well. And the advantage of being able to carry it in the double action plus position or the cocked and locked position, if you like that, you can sweep to safety and be able to fire, is very good. It comes with Novak sights, Cerakoted. Magazines aren't too hard to find. It breaks down really easily, and well, I don't know yet, but I'm assuming it cleans up really well too. I'm Aaron Cowan with Sage Dynamics. Train accordingly.